Speaking of things that I like, do you like my new dress? I went to hell. I went to hell this weekend. I You want to see the whole thing? It's really cute. I know. And it's one of those braless dresses, so I don't have to wear a bra with it too, which is awesome. Um, but yeah, I had to go through a an ordeal. So Portland has the largest clothing swap in Oregon, and I went to it this weekend. I've never even heard of it before, but I saw it on one of my perusings through trying to find stuff to do, and I will never go again. It was so crazy. These the women that were there, and it was mostly women. I mean, there were a few men and there were a few non-binary people, but it was mostly women. They are like locusts. So they had everybody brought a bag of clothes or 6, and, you get in this big old long line, and they take all of these clothes, and they throw them up onto this big stage, and then there's a bunch of people up on the stage who are sorting out the clothes, and there's that's exactly what they look like. I am not even kidding you. It was so crazy. So there were 2 floors, like, the lower floor was for plus sizes, the top floor was for the, I think it was, like, 14 and under or something, uh, and all of the sexes were mixed, so there were no men's and women's. It was either feminine tops or feminine bottoms or, masculine tops and bottoms, jackets, that kind of thing. So, but they had big, huge tables, and so these people would come out with the bins that had been sorted on the stage, and like one bin would be dresses, and so they would take the bin and they dump it on the table marked dresses, and then you had, I would say, one, maybe if you're lucky, 2 shots to grab something and pull it to you before everything disappeared. So if the thing that you grabbed was not, uh, your size or not what you thought it was, or, ended up being, I don't know, it was so insane that you had no time to consider anything on the table. You just had to, like, grab something and pull, and that was it. And but people were really cool. Anytime that you had, like 2 people would grab for the same thing, like, every single time I saw that, both people would let go and offer it to each other. So people were very kind and very patient, and there was no pushing or shoving or any of that stuff. But just the fact that, like, there was no perusing. There was only madness and grabbing. So I I filled up my bag. I was able to fill up my bag, but by the end of it, I was completely exhausted. I didn't fill my bag, like, there was still space. I could have put more stuff in there if I wanted to, but I was so done with humanity. And I was not, I was overloaded, definitely overloaded. I'll never do it again. Yeah. Huh. It was a bit shocking. So not like Feline's basement in NYC? What's is that the one where they have, all the designer stuff and they just bring it out on racks and everybody grabs? Guy, you hate all of it already. It was pretty bad. It was pretty bad. The worst thing, though, was that some of the clothes there, like, most of them were decent enough. I would say probably like 70% were clothing that I would consider wearing, um, depending on what size I was. No, I didn't take Lily with me. I didn't, just went by myself. Um, she was gone, so I couldn't take her. But, good by the sounds of it. No, the worst part was that, like, the clothing was pretty decent, but there's people smell different. Everybody smells different. Everybody has their own scent, and it gets all up in your clothes, and so there were some things that I brought home, that I had to wash 3 times before I was like, "This is hopeless. It's not happening." I threw some stuff out because it wasn't like a It was it's such a Portland smell. It's patchouli. That's what it is. It just smelled like hippies. And I am all for essential oils and but there are certain essential oils that I cannot do, and patchouli is one. And these clothes were like rife with patchouli, and I can't. So, I do smell a little bit like it because I, like, washed all the clothes together when I got them. So, it bled over into some other stuff. So, I'm trying to, like, block the patchouli sensors from my nose, but yeah, it was, some interesting smells in there, but nothing disgusting. I didn't never came across anything that was gross. So, there were a few homemade items that were, interesting, like things that you might wear to a costume party if you were drunk when you put it on. Huh. But for the most part, it was all pretty nice stuff. So I have a whole, bag full of clothes out on the porch right now. I aired them out because I was still trying to get all of the smells out of them. Um, and so this is the first one I tried on and it fit. So I haven't taken it off yet since I tried it on. So I at least have one thing that fits me and that I think is kind of cute. Yeah, I got almost all dresses because, you know, that's what master likes. Um, and then a couple of yoga pants was the other thing. And that was actually some of the stuff I had to throw out were the yoga pants because they were whew. You haven't thought about patchouli since 1972? I wish hadn't heard of or smelled or thought of patchouli since 1972. I do not like that smell. If I've never smelled it, I would be happy. And it's very much like a uh I don't know. You smell it a lot in Portland. There's a lot of hippies. One of the things you like about MK. Oh, I wear dresses. Yes. Chowder, you've never heard of it? Oh, you lucky girl. It's pretty, it's an obvious smell, and it's very strong, and it's with few exceptions, it's a smell that I associate with hippies, so you're washing it with vinegar helps? I washed it I have this detergent that's, like, for odors and well, technically, it's for plastics because all of our clothes, unless they're a natural fiber, they have plastic, and then you get the plastic, like, absorbs the smells, um, and so I have a laundry detergent for plastic getting plastic clean, basically, and it didn't work at all. I think it's because it's an essential oil and not like a body I don't know. I have no idea. I just don't like the smell. So yeah, see? Now get your patchouli stink out of my store. It's a distinctive smell. Master hates it. I throw some gear oil in with my laundry. It'll offset the smell. Thank you for that tip, Crap 20. I'm going to consider that and round file it. Very helpful. Yes.